Blame is not just an emotional reaction, it's an identity indicator. And when you live in blame, it often means you haven't fully separated who you are from what happened to you. You're still waiting for validation or closure to move forward. You haven't reauthored the narrative. Dan Siegel, leading neuropsychologist, calls this lack of integration. Integration is when we connect the parts of our story into something coherent and meaningful. And without it, we stay fragmented. And fragmented identity leads to instability, comparison, and insecurity. You've probably had this thought. If my parents had done things differently, if that teacher hadn't shut me down, if I had more support, I'd be further along by now. Or maybe it's quieter, more like a feeling. You scroll online and see someone your age crushing it, and inside you wonder, why not me? Why couldn't I have had that kind of start? So let's be honest. Blame is easy and it's even reasonable sometimes. But today, I want to offer a counter narrative, one that's not just inspiring, but rooted in identity work, neuroscience, and real life. So here it is. Blame might explain your past, but it will never build your future. Let me say it again. Blame might explain your past, but it'll never build your future. If you're ready to stop carrying other people's decisions as your identity, let's walk through a healthier, more powerful way to understand who you are, even in a world that constantly tells you who you're not. Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Usita. I'm an identity coach. I'm the founder of Identity Specialist. I help people like you clarify who they are so that they can lead, live, and love from a deep, grounded sense of identity. So I want to help you understand why we default to blame. I want to explore how digital culture reinforces it. And then I also want to identify what blame reveals about your identity. And then learn 4 healthy research-informed shifts that help you stop blaming and start becoming. So grab a notebook, settle in, and let's do this inner work together. So let's start with compassion. Blame is normal. It's a coping mechanism. Dr. Brene Brown describes blame as a way to discharge pain and discomfort. It gives us a quick hit of control. Instead of saying, this hurts and I don't know what to do with it, we say, it's their fault. And sometimes we're right. People hurt us. Systems fail us. Blame gives us a place to point when our story feels too heavy to hold. But here's the truth. Blame might protect you from shame, but it also blocks you from transformation. Why? Because when you assign responsibility out there, you give away your power in here. And growth only happens when you choose to take ownership. Now, what's the role of social media in the blame cycle? Now let's add another layer, our digital selves. We are constantly online. We're constantly exposed to curated success stories. We're seeing people our age or younger buy homes, launch businesses, go viral, get married, travel the world. And even if you're not consciously comparing, your nervous system is. There's this researcher that shows that social media exposure increases anxiety and a sense of powerlessness. They found that social media consumption significantly increases dissatisfaction with both appearance and achievement. And when that happens, what's our instinct? Our instinct is to say, I'm not where I should be because someone else didn't set me up for success. We start to blame our upbringing, our culture, our economy, the algorithm, the people who got lucky. Now, listen, those factors matter, but here's what I tell my clients all the time. You didn't choose everything that shaped you, but you do get to choose what you build next. Social media often turns identity into performance, but identity work, that's not performative, that's formative. And it requires you to stop scrolling long enough to ask, who am I apart from what I've consumed? Part 3, what blame reveals about your identity. Blame is not just an emotional reaction, it's an identity indicator. And when you live in blend, it often means you haven't fully separated who you are from what happened to you. You're still waiting for validation or closure to move forward. You haven't reauthored the narrative. Dan Siegel, leading neuropsychologist, calls this lack of integration. Integration is when we connect the parts of our story into something coherent and meaningful. And without it, we stay fragmented. And fragmented identity leads to instability, comparison, and insecurity. If you don't rewrite the narrative, your story will always be something that happened to you rather than something you're creating through you. That's what identity coaching is about, putting the pen back in your hand and giving you back the control. Part 4. Now let's move from theory to practice. Here are 4 shifts rooted in research and personal formation that can help you take ownership of your becoming. Number 1, acknowledge the influence, but don't live in it. Yes, your story has pain. Yes, your parents or leaders may have missed something. And yes, systems are often unjust. But healing begins when you can say, this happened and I'm still responsible for who I become. Dr. Edith Eger says, you can't change what happened to you, but you can change how you live with it. Apply that to social media too. I'm seeing what everyone else has, but I won't let that define me, my sense of worth or timing. Acknowledgement is power, but obsession is paralysis. Number 2, separate yourself from the story. In the Bowen family systems theory, this is called self-differentiation, being emotionally connected to your past without being controlled by it. It sounds like, I love my family, but I'm choosing a different narrative. I'm aware of my triggers, but they don't run my decisions. I can see what shaped me, but I don't have to stay in it. Online, this means stop measuring your self-worth by likes or views. You stop absorbing narratives that don't align with your values. You stop performing and start practicing authenticity. You're not your past. You're not your feed. You are who you're becoming day by day. Number 3, ask the better question. What's the invitation? Blame asks, whose fault is it? Growth asks, what is the moment inviting me into? There's a difference. Post-traumatic growth theory found that people who grow through adversity often do so because they reframe the story and they ask deeper questions. So try this. What's the pattern I'm being asked to break? What strength do I need to build that no one else taught me? What truth can I reclaim even if no one modeled it for me? And then on social media, ask, what's this content stirring up in me and why? Instead of judging it or judging yourself, get curious. Number 4, build a new belief system that isn't digitally dependent. If your sense of identity can be shattered by one person's opinion or one post on Instagram, then it's not anchored deeply enough. Your belief about who you are must be rooted in your values, in your story, in your faith, in your relationships, in your reflection, not your reactions. Say this aloud with me. I am not waiting for them to fix it. I'm becoming because I choose to. I don't need the internet to validate what's true about me. You build confidence not by performing, but by aligning your life with who you actually are. Part number 5, your identity practice this week. Here's how you take this further. Try one or more of these. 1, download the free worksheet in the description. Work through these 4 shifts with real reflection questions. Make time for it. It's worth it. 2, audit your digital world. Is it content forming me or frustrating me? Unfollow, curate with intention. 3, create a declaration statement. Write one identity statement you want to believe and speak it daily. I am more than my past. I am responsible for my future. I am becoming. Take one action in the real world. Call someone, start the course, set the boundary, go to therapy, become someone who lives forward, not stuck. Here's my final thought. You were never meant to carry the weight of everyone else's failure. Blame may have protected you for a time, but now it's time to grow. You're not your trauma. You're not your Instagram feed. You're not a victim of someone else's timeline. You are the architect of your identity. You are the author of your next chapter. And you have everything you need to move forward. So pick up the pen, tell the truth, and become who you were made to be. I'm Lem Usita, identity coach. You have clarity, you have identity. Now live from it.